Hello good people of YouTube, I'm RuudDevil and welcome back to the Age of the Ring mod. Now this is another 2v2 cast featuring the usual suspects, but this, I mean I can actually talk slowly because it was a pretty long game, but this turned out to be one of the most fun games of Age of the Ring I've ever played. And there was just so much awesome shit that happened that I just had to cast it. I wasn't recording live, and I was recording the game before this live, and I just sort of like alternate, because, I don't know, I tend to just get tired and not as enthusiastic. But no, I definitely regret not streaming this one live, but it was just so good, I'm just going to have to cast it. So, this is myself as Rohan in the top right, and I'm partnered with Mr. Oscar G himself as the Mighty Erebor. And facing us today is Samwise of the House Jenkins as Gondor. And then, you know, the ladies love him. And hell, the guys love him too. It's Mighty Camdam playing as Rivendell. So, he's going to open up with Bounder spam because he's playing Rivendell. And as we've all learned by now, Bounders are fucking brilliant. They really are just such a solid opener for Rivendell. They really make up for the fact that all their other units are really expensive. So we're playing on the OG Arnor map. This is from Vanilla Biff Me 2, and this is, I don't know, it's, I think the fact that it's not, I mean it's symmetrical, but it's like diagonally symmetrical. And I don't know, it's just a real fun game. Like one person on each team has this high ground where you can, like, you know, bottleneck and just have all, you know, sorts of fun. And then the other bases are like, I mean, yeah, it's like a moat, but it's still a lot more open. So, I don't know, it's just a real fun map, and one that I don't really play enough. So, Oscar's gone with... He's actually gone with a double Dale garrison. I'm not sure where he got the money to get that second barracks, or whether he'd actually get that much value out of it. But he seems to be Russian Lake Men of Eskarov. And I myself have made a barracks, and I'm rushing Yeoman Spearman, because, of course, this map has 2 cave troll lairs. They're the only creeps on the map. And cave trolls get you a lot of money. But all those plans were sort of squashed immediately because I noticed on my map, my little mini-map, I saw little red dots running around, and yep, they're definitely the Bounders. So, what's this? Oscar's gone for rebuild. Tangato Hide for Cammy. Rebuild for for Sam, and then rebuild for me. You can see we're all quite turtle players, except for Cammy. We all went for rebuild, except for Cammy with Tango to Hide. So I captured the Signal Fire, because when you capture the Signal Fire in Arnor, you get vision of this entire middle area. It's really, really advantageous to get you that. So here we are, Bounders immediately destroying one of my first farms. They're so fast, and, I mean, yeah, technically Spearmen would be at a disadvantage, but these are Bounders, so yeah, they're strong, but they're not going to be Yeoman Spearmen. What they do have on their side are these trees that they can just stealth in, and obviously their speed as well. So he's got the Breland pikemen, which are actually cheaper than the Yeoman Spearmen, but I don't know, I always think that I don't know, I just always assume the Brelanders are stronger, but they're actually cheaper, so they must be weaker. And yeah, Cammy is doing a number on me already. The game's just started. And I actually used up my rebuild just to frustrate him, and I wasn't really going to use rebuild on anything else in the opening stages, so might as well use it there. He's using these trees, because Cammy's such a fucking nerd, he's using these trees to stealth his Bounders, and there he goes again, constantly. The game's just started, and Bounders for days. I'm going to be checking over here a lot. Oh, Sam went with an early tower. Sam's even more of a turtler than me, he really has that. Wait, he's got 1 tower hit. Man, he really is a turtle. He's got 2 towers out. He's got clansmen to back it up. These Lake Towners, yeah, kind of just, they died there. But I'm going to try and pay more attention to the left-hand side because I didn't actually, because as you can see here, I'm constantly having to play my best to beat Cammy. And, yeah, so I wasn't actually able to check what was going on here. Now, I was actually clicked away for a second, so I didn't actually notice that these guys had used Tangato Hide. I figured that these guys would win, and then when I clicked back to them, I noticed little rings around them, so I knew they had been buffed, so I immediately retreated. But I'm very much on the back foot. So at this point, I'm thinking, oh, he actually took down my stables as well. I was thinking of getting Cav to just trample all the Bounders, but I was also thinking of just getting Yeoman Archers, because Yeoman Archers are just really effective against, like, basic infantry, and they're really cheap as well. So I've got the archers, and I've got these early Rohan Cav. So Kami's got a huge army here, and they're just basically fueled by these double Bree encampments. And he's got the 2 Kashachas coming out soon, and just everything in here is just such a strong unit. In fact, you need a level 3 encampment to get Farmer Maggot, but given that I think it's only level 2 he can get his mushroom field, and you can get 100 a tick from his mushroom field. Farmer Maggot is really definitely worth the money, really worth getting him. So anyway, oh my god, a 3rd tower, really making use of that high ground here. But he's got the Men of Dale swordsmen out, and they're elite infantry, but somehow Jenkins has got the turtle of the towers and then the spam of the clansmen to just overwhelm Oscar. But I don't know, if he can just get as many men of Dale, I don't think he's gonna last too long. Here comes the opposing tower here. Level 1. They're both level 1. He can't get the Men of Dale archers yet. So as you can see here, Kami just... Oh, is he go... I think... Really? He did the Adane creep of the cave troll. You try-harding little bitch. Anyway, I counterattack here, but for some reason my yeoman decided to just charge. You know how sometimes your infantry gets like stuck in behind the enemy infantry? So that's kind of what happened. So they just died instantly. I think I lost 2 spearmen to his 2 Kashachas as well. So that was another bad day for me. The only cav I can really count on are these like scouts. They're cheaper than the Pinaf Gelen cavalry, so that should tell you just how bad they are. And this is not host. I think Oscar was hosting this game. So this is off-host cavalry, and it's so hard to micro off-host cavalry. So anyway, just to put salt in the wound, Kami gets the he gets the cave troll there, gets all the creep there. And I somehow managed to get 4 farms in the middle here, because I just wanted to get that early eco out. And yeah, this is just ripe for plundering. The good old Kami plunder. So yeah, I'm on the back foot. I'm up against Rivendell. I need to start thinking, okay, what's Rivendell bad with? Well, they don't have reliable siege. They need to get Breland battering rams, which are actually good, but people don't really get them for some reason. And they get the Revelers, which is a late game thing. So I'm thinking, okay, let's just get some towers, let's get some yeomans out. Let's get some cav to sort of just probe at him, and we might be able to hold off. And that's one good thing with the Rohan, is that you can actually spam really nicely, just because their early game units are so damn cheap. Anyway, I'm dying here because these 2 Kashachas are just too damn nasty. Kami's continually demolishing all these. I think I do let him poke at them for a bit and then demolish them, just so he doesn't get all the power points. There's a beacon gun on there. I don't know what this is for. Oh, and so Sam does the early base defense. Gets their heroic statue to buff the guys in the tower, and then he's gone for a siege works. You nasty little boy. And he's got his workplace, or workplace? Marketplace, that's it. He's got his marketplace out, so he's got that extra eco buff. Let's just have a look at the PowerPoints real quick.
I wasn't expecting this.
I wasn't expecting this. Alright. Yeah, so Kami's already at tier 2. Kami is destroying me. He's just having so much fun. In my desperation, I looked at Elfhelm. Because Elfhelm can actually buff... He improves the speed of cav, but he can also buff archers as well. And given that my plan was to make a lot of archers, Elfhelm is just a lot more preferable to Eowyn and Theodred at this time. Anyway, basically my attacks here are just kind of fruitless attempts to score some sort of victory. And they're usually out of frustration, really. But anyway. This is just the early game. So, a massive freaking army. Oh no, these are mostly, no, this is a massive army of Gondor that's retreating. I guess he's trying to kite him into the towers. It seems Oscar actually made Dwalin early on. Dwalin. Oscar's base is actually really lightly defended. He's only got 2 barracks and 1 tower. I think if Kami coordinated with Sam to attack Oscar, he could actually have taken him out really early on here. And then fall on the thick coming in. So here we go. Still just horseman on the mark. I'm trying desperately to avoid his pikes, but he kept hiding his bounders in with his pikes. It was so annoying. And then there goes the tornado. Tier 2, you can't actually move this thing, but it is reliable in the early game. Particularly if your opponent is just really bad at organizing his troops, and you can actually get a lot of kills. So I had one yeoman entering the fight there. They just got instantly deleted. As all good Dwarven players should do in a 2v2, he's got a fucking hell, that scared the bejesus out of me. What the fuck was that? But yeah, he's got a barracks, and he'll actually build a mine shaft here just to come to my aid should I need it. Sort of like my mini oath to Isildur or whatever. Except he doesn't actually break this oath, which is nice. Anyway, here out of frustration, I charged Brelanders. Luckily, managed to get Elfhelm out. If I had lost Elfhelm there, I would have been fucked. I don't think I would have been able to rebuy him there. Anyway, this is where the double team begins. Gondor is expanding. Erebor has sort of been blunted in all their attacks. I don't blame him. He's got nasty towers on the high ground. Actually, really good base organization here. He's got the 2 forward barracks as well. But as you just look at the minimap, we have Cami on the right, and then Samwise on the left. Fiefdom units. Only 1 pike, though. He's kind of lacking in the pike department, but he's got full on the thick. Anyway, first tower comes out. The Yeoman Turtle is about to begin. And my poor farms. I lost all the middle farms, and now my internal farms are dying here. Anyway, Mineshaft drops off some lovely Men of Dale. As we all know. Oh, dude, lots of Men of Dale. At least, what's that? At least 3 guys there. Holy god. So yeah, elite infantry here. Dwalin as well. Forlong really bit off more than he can chew that. Elite infantry and Dwalin just seem to just completely destroy him there. And with very little pikes, even my Horsemen of the Mark can get something done. And this is it, boys. Now, look. Veterans of the Last Alliance already. Cami was having his fun. There's the Inspire Fear from Dwalin. Cami was having his fun. But now Veterans of the Last Alliance. 2,000 needs a level 3 barracks to get. Fucking hell, he's actually rushed Veterans of the Last Alliance. When does that ever happen? If you look at my base, this is 90% Men of Dale. Without Oscar here, I would have died for sure. But that massive attack from Sam was repelled. And yeah, I owe Oscar my life for just how many Men of Dale he managed to send to my rescue. Now I should stress that when I first saw these guys, I didn't click on them, and I was just sort of going by the appearance. I thought that they were the Rivendell archers from the barracks. I thought he just got regular Rivendell archers, because, you know, who's gonna rush the heroic unit of Rivendell? So I was like, okay, well, I wasn't gonna plan on getting Helmingas anyway, but I was on the back foot the entire game, so I finally bit the bullet. Helmingas go. Immune to arrows. And I was like, oh, look, they're dead. And then I realized, oh, they're not dead. These aren't Rivendell archers. In fact, they just switched to their swords. They're veterans of the last fucking alliance. And on top of that, there's 2 of them, which means he's even got the library upgrade. So I don't know where Cami gets his money from. I don't know if Sam was giving him some, or if that was just lucky, but he managed to do it. Get not 1, but 2 veterans of the last alliance, and it's... he's such a bastard for doing it. But yeah, it's very expensive. They're 2,500 without any discounts, plus the library upgrade, which I don't know how much it is, but it's a lot. But yeah, that's one way to just sort of seal your enemy in the base. Oscar was actually going the counterattack with all these Men of Dale. Let's have a look at the points now. Sam's gone for the heal. Guess he doesn't want Fallen to die again. I decided to charge out with Helmingas. Oh no! That's right, I got the Gondor summon at tier 2, and I summoned them on top of them, because for some reason in my fucked up little mind, I was confident that this heroic unit could be killed, if you just summon enough units on them. But no, not even close. Not even fucking close. In fact, I'm just fuel for the fire here. I'm just fuel for that little XP bar. And they get some really good abilities. Most of them are just for like buffing other troops. But at level 5, they get AoE on their melee attacks. If they get level 5, then I'm done. I'm fucking done. The Siege of Eregion, which is what that Sauron soundbite is, that actually makes them immune to knockback, or resistant to knockback. No, it's immune to trample, knockback, and fear, so ideal for countering my Helmingas. Anyway, I'm upgrading my stables, getting the Riders of Snowborn. Didn't really have the money or the command points to... well, I guess I did have the command points. I didn't really have the money to get the Mounted Kingsguard. But Riders of Snowborn, they come with heavy armor already. They can be equipped with the Horseman's Shields, which I do get later. So they're actually pretty damn good cavalry. And Oscar went with the Arkenstone, so he was able to just freely transport his Ram Riders in here. So now we've got Gondor Summon, Helmingas, Snowborn, Ram Riders, Elfhelm, Dwalin, and do these veterans look scared? There's one on red health, the rest are green. The rest are all fucking green. How do you stop this? I can see why they cost 2,500. I mean, Samwise put it the best himself. You thought Helmingas were tanky. Hold my fucking Noldorin steel. Because these guys are just amazing. Couple this with the fact that Samwise was actually, he had a heal on standby, which, I mean, obviously it regenerates their health bar, but heal also brings back one man from the battalion, which, when the battalion is only 5 and they're veterans of the Last Alliance, that counts for a hell of a lot. So I upgraded my yeoman with fire arrows. I've got 2 towers here, one's garrisoned. That's a lot of units firing at him. A lot. And there comes the tornado again. Pretty quick cooldown, actually. I still have the signal fire, so that's like the natural cooldown. And look, they're still going. Both of them. There's like a few yellow bars. But holy god. How much have they killed here? I'm not mad, by the way. This is not a criticism or a judgment. Oh, beautiful mini Shadow Hammer from Dwalin. This isn't a judgment. I'm honestly just in awe. I think they're amazing that they can actually do this. Anyway, Helmingas came back in. Immune to arrows. I was desperately trying to get them level 3 because Mark of Helm is really strong. Gives 100% damage, or bonus damage to units. But I just couldn't get level 3 and I just couldn't kill these motherfuckers. They just wouldn't stop. And to make matters worse, Sam shows up. Still with, still rocking fiefdom units, but I guess they are all buffed by Forlong. So, as you can see, this massive map has been reduced to my base. Because this is where all the action seems to be going on. This poor farm, which has had the worst luck, dies again. And look, forward farms right outside my base, firestones on the trebuchets. I mean, they're literally building right outside our base in terms of resource buildings. Anyway, I noticed he doesn't have any pikes, so Snowborn comes in. I did the speed buff from Elfhelm to give him that extra oomph. I see the trebuchets, immediately focus on them because they're defenseless. And yeah, really, a lot of power points, honestly, there, just because all those archers I was able to clean up. And I think Forlong, yep, Forlong just got dicked in the schnoz. And Boromir comes in way too late. I don't think he meant to send in Boromir. I think he sort of ordered him there and then forgot about him. But Boromir is slow, and yes, he's tanky. But he's not gonna get away. So that was a neat little counterattack. Basically, if Cammy sent in anything, I'm assuming he didn't have money, but if he sent in anything else to aid his, I guess he had a few pikemen, but if he sent a more substantial force to aid his veterans of the Last Alliance, we would have been majorly fucked. Anyway, I made Big Theo. All my money saved up to make him. Made another tower. I'm just spamming out these archers with the fire arrows. Just if they're gonna bombard us, then we're gonna turtle like hell. So I've made towers right here. Extra protection. And yeah, just to fortify the base. I noticed this, and there was no way I was prepared to lose everything here, really, to take out this forward base. Again, didn't really mean to make Theoden charge in there. I don't want them to. I'm pretty sure veterans can beat Theoden quite easily. I'm trying to picture it in my mind where Bernard Hill would actually beat Noldor veterans. I just can't see it happening. But yeah, managed to take out the tower and the siege works. So unless you built another one, no trebuchets were going to be bombarding our base. Well, on a regular basis anyway. And yeah, just these little raids with the Snowborn and the Helmingas. Getting me some nice power points. Almost at level, almost at tier 3 here. Sam's obviously gone with Numenorean Engineering. And Oscar G with the Deep Delving. No one's really touching him. They're sort of just leaving him alone. I guess the hate boner was fueled for me. So Deep Delving is a real smart move. And it seems that most of these farms that they made, I guess he's got a couple left. But most of these farms are being destroyed. We're actually punching back quite a bit. Anyway, the charge comes out, and look how many Dwarven units are still in my base. I charge the veterans, summon in Gondor from behind. Look at this. This is 2 armies fighting just 2 Noldor warriors. We got Éomer in there as well, buffing all my cav, remember? We've got the King of Rohan buffing all of our cav. Look at them go! Their health bar does not go down! This is absurd! And then we've got the Ram Riders on top of that. Not sure the Immuta Trample works that well. But, I mean, look how much we're having to devote to kill these veterans of the Last Alliance. This is just absolutely crazy. I spent 10 points on the Druidine Stone because I actually wanted to get Cloudbreak and not the Boar. The Boar just didn't seem useful in this match. And I can actually freeze... I think I freeze some of Sam's units here. I can't quite remember. Oh, and Oscar's getting the Demolisher. So it took all that, and I think one of the veterans actually made it out, unless they both died, which I highly doubt. But you could just see the scale of what you need to beat leveled up veterans. It is insane, really. Let's have a look here. Cammy got heal, obviously, so that's 2 heals for the Noldorin. Oh, there, I did freeze him. Boromir's out of position here. And I really like this Gondor summon for Rohan. 4 battalions, and they're on Norin as well. They're no pushovers. And I think... No, I pulled back. I could have easily killed... Oh, that's right. I pulled back because Cammy decides to attack again. And this time they're fully upgraded Rivendell units. Forged Blades, Heavy Armor. So I probably could have killed Boromir there. But I decided to pull back because my base is more important than Boromir. And this is where these towers come in handy. They're not doing that much damage, but... I feel like it's a psychological edge that he's constantly got archers hounding him. It kind of gives the impression that they're doing more damage than they actually are. Honestly, I think if he just surrounded my towers, he could easily take them down with his Rivendell pikes. I get the armor bonus from Theoden on my cav, but I'm just healing up after that last fight. So I was planning on killing this. Yep, here they come now. Oh, and he's got the Hall of Fire as well. Now, Theoden has actually got Glorious Charge here. I see his retreating units. Glorious Charge, they're in the open, let's get him! And Cammy just insta-noped me. I was literally astounded by this play. The speed of thought to just be like, oh shit, my troops are in the open, Glorious Charge. How do I counter it? Okay, yeah, boom. I had no idea Hall of Fire came out like Undermine, by the way. I mean, that was just a masterclass from Cammy to avoid getting trampled and losing his Rivendell units there. Because Glorious Charge, I mean, it gives you a fuckload of armor, but it doesn't last that long. It's a very fleeting experience. Anyway, let's check over here, because I've been concentrating a lot on my base, and I said I wasn't going to do that. It was just most of the actions there. Anyway, so Cloudbreak's going to come out. Finally, Athelian Rangers and Honorian. Oh, a lot of Athelian Rangers for Sam. And I really like Oscar for going with the Eredluin traders, who are just getting completely mopped up by a tornado. No, I just said I liked them and then they die. And even though they're pikes, just all this cav with the hero buffs, I'm really not bothered about. There's not nearly enough cav to defeat all this. And then obviously the heal comes out from Big Theo. So let's just have a look here. He's obviously got the Arkansas because he's got Ram Riders, and he's got 1 Demolisher, 2 Demolisher. Oscar learns well, really. These Demolishers are tanky as hell, really resistant to arrows, and even melee damage. So let's just see how far he gets with these things. He's got plenty of Iron Hills units now. Men of Dale and Iron Hills, that's the way you do it with dwarves. And our war crime there, we'll just skip over that. Samwise's army is in the middle here. There's Dwalin. So yeah, I've got a pretty nice cav army. Theoden and Éomer. It's looking nicely. There's not enough infantry to back up this siege attack. I don't know how well it's going to go. I honestly can't remember what happened here. Can we see how many powers he's got? Or how many points he's got? Okay, so he's got 2 tier 2s and 2 tier 1s. I think it's better off. I don't think he needed the send in the goats. Although they would have been useful here, honestly. Would have bought time for his siege. There's a 3rd Demolisher here. I mean, look at that damage. Demolishers really get the job done. There come the Rams. I don't know where the rest of his army is. I think they're in my base, so that's kind of my fault. But that's 1 barracks down. They were upgraded, obviously, because he's got Honorians. I don't think they're going to get much further Yeah, the Rams were sort of playing defense there, but... If he can take... Oh, no, it's not going to go down. Damn. I was going to say, if he can take down the level 3 archery range as well, that would have been a good day, because that's a lot of money to reinvest. He needs to pull back now, because he's just feeding troops now, just feeding power points. And... Oh, poor thing. So here comes my cav. I think I was destroying some farms, and I was getting my frickin' signal fire back, because I like vision, damn it! Don't you ever touch my point! And there's the other Druidine stone back. Just, the stone skin's just useful. It's really good at just, if you're caught out, you need to retreat, it's really useful. So Sam's on the cusp of tier 3. Veterans of the Lost Alliance are back with Revelers, because he's obviously put off by my 4 towers and upgraded fortress. There goes Cloudbreak for the stun. I don't think it does anything, honestly. There goes the Gondor summon. And, oh yes, that's right. I think Samwise, because he was on the cusp of tier 3, he Cloudbreaked my Cloudbreak. Not really sure how that worked, because I sort of charged in here and I was like, wait, where the fuck is my army? And then they are all cowering. So yeah, Cloudbreak is the reason why immune to fear and terror is so important. Anyway, he decides to send in battering rams. Only one, though.
Riders of Snowball, right on time.
And I think I get it because I got my heroes here. There's a massive attack going on the left, actually. Oh my goodness! What the hell? Is it Siege Wars over here? Forlong is just done Vitality. Dwalin... Oh, Boromir's dead again. I feel so sorry for Boromir in this game. Daney Boy's out level 5. Dwalin, when he's got his Juggernaut active, is not going to die. He's got 200% armor. Heal comes in. Dude, fucking Trebuchets... This is an amazing battlefield. They're fighting in the moat. Numenoran engineering, catapults, trebuchets, heroes. What more can you fucking want? Are you not entertained? Where the hell did that come from? Fucking hell. Oh, they're all clumped, actually. He could literally kill a full battalion if he moves in there in one swing. Is he gonna do it? Because they're still clumped. Oh my goodness! Triple kill. And Numenoran engineering. I really don't rate that power. I don't know why people always go for it. It's just annoying, really. Anyway, solid defense. And over here, look, I mean, look at the, I just love how green everything is with Snowball. They have Horseman shields, they're being buffed. I'm fully confident with everything I got here. Fully confident. I still haven't got Forged Blades yet. I purchased it, I just haven't upgraded everything. Okay. Anyway, building more towers, because Yeoman Archers means I live another day. And you can see already with just everything that's going on with the veterans, with the Snowborn. Also, pro tip, autocast this. Because it always hits like 4 people no matter what. It just bends and moves all over the place. It's like Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, that flying needle. That's basically what it is. So I would highly recommend autocasting it. But yeah, just with everything that's going on, back and forth, awesome 2v2 action. This is why I wanted to cast it. Because it's just so cool. And look at the speed at which it dies. Plus 70. Something big died in there. And Brelanders. I think Cammy was a little annoyed if he's just sending Brelanders to his death. So anyway. I have the mobility here and I have the damage and I have the strength. I have level 10 Helmingas. Oh my god. I said I wasn't going to make it, but hey. This is what happens when you start losing. Desperate times call for desperate measures and all that jazz. So yeah, just destroying farms, getting free power points, being an annoying little shit as always. Oh, and he's made the battle wagons. I should make them more often. I just always kind of stick with the rams. But the battle wagons can get some awesome upgrades, like mincemeat coming up, which is really cool. Anyway, just for a bit of fun and just to kind of put the fear of God into him, I decided to charge Samwise here. Don't really have a backup. I don't have Cloudbreak on standby. I think Glorious Charge might be here. But, there's Glorious Charge. So this means I'm not gonna die. In theory, at least. But then the Hall of Fire comes in. The Trebuchets knock me back. The Hall of Fire knocks me back. Everything's knocking me back. And obviously, when I get knocked back, I can't do damage. So this archery range has taken a lot longer. Then the rebuild comes out. It's at this point... Oh, and then the Tornado comes out. I honestly wasn't expecting them to wombo me this much. I wasn't expecting them to just put everything in the defense here. They just kind of threw everything at me, including the kitchen sink. So I promptly hightailed it. But some units were getting stuck. And I didn't see it, but I know that my Helmingas do die in that charge. Anyway, Khazad-dûm vets come out. And Khazad-dûm vets, they're probably... I mean, I've been saying this a lot. I think they... as good as Durin's Day is... Also, something just killed Barmer there again, and I don't really know what. I'm guessing it was Day. But as good as Durin's Day is, the sheer building damage that these Khazad-dûm vets can do... I mean, look at that. Archer range has gone down. Yes, it was damaged, but there was a building here that went down. Dwalin is just destroying people. He's level 10. But look how much damage they do to this fortress. I mean, really, they're so tanky as well. They're ultimate fortress killers. Anyway, he's got Dwalin. He's got Dane. He's got the Khazad-dûm vets, and he's got the Demolisher. Everything I love about Erebor in this mod, all in one juicy place. And then down goes the fortress. All from a really stupid, suicidal Rohan charge. I summoned another Druidine Stone because I see, units coming in, and I noticed some of them were Sam, so I decided to just stun them and buy Oscar some time. And there it goes. Sam is now out of the game. They sort of just kind of put all their eggs in one basket dealing with my army, and then the dwarves came in without... I mean, it didn't even work like that. It was just more like an opportunity thing. It seems pre-planned, I know, but... yeah, it was just kind of smart that he waited for me to go in, die, and then the dwarves could go in and all the powers that had been used. So he did an amazing job just comboing Khazad-dûm vets with demolishers. Elrond's actually in there, and no one noticed. Neither did I, or neither did Oscar. And... wait, oh, that's from many meetings! Oh, I see! He must have many meetings. I was like, they're Lakemen of Esgaroth. Why are they attacking Dwalin? Yeah, they're from many meetings. Oh, okay. I see.
Freelanders, together now.
Together now. Anyway, I think I remade my Helmingas, but, I mean, there's no coming back from level 10. It's such a big blow. Where's my PowerPoints? Because I think I got a lot of points just from killing all these Revendal units. Yeah, I'm at 18 now. Anyway, I storm over the river there. And with Sam gone, the odds are firmly in our favor, 2v1. And as strong as this army was, yeah, I really wasn't expecting it to get wrecked the way it did in Sam's base. That was so cruel. Anyway, Tangado Hyde comes out. I'm not sure what he's buffing. I don't think he has the Noldorin Guard. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one is really good because it's Noldorin units, so they're really tanky. And it just puts 2 of them at every building you have. Anyway, Cloudbreak comes out, 2 points away. I think because victories are short, I didn't go with the Ents, the power I usually go with. I went with the 3 Hunters. I'm just kind of trying to get those last points. But yeah, really good display. Just such a fun game. It was so much fun just from everyone. Just from everyone that played. Everyone like played well. And yeah, no, Oscar particularly, or in particular, just with his Men of Dale, saved me in the early game, and then was able to finish off Sam with his siege in the late game. Anyway, there's the 3 Hunters and Gandalf, who, I mean, compared to the Ents, I mean, Ents are just way stronger, but I mean, they're the 3 Hunters. They get Gimli, so they're always pretty fun. So yeah, that was it. That was a 2v2 featuring the usual suspects. It was such a fun game to play. I hope you guys all enjoyed. In games this hectic, it's always really hard to cast everything and track everything that's going on, but I hope you guys still enjoyed the video regardless. Anyway, more Age of the Ring content as always coming up. Hope you guys all enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.